Hello, welcome to May's Art Chat video. My name is Melissa. Thank you so much for being here. I am an artist, illustrator, graphic designer, small business owner, content creator based in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And this is the video series where we review all of the artwork that I made last month. And last month being May 2023. So, you start to clear things away. We're also going to look at some additional art supplies that I got with my leftover birthday money, which you can see my art haul video up there, that I got from the generosity of my friends for my birthday, which was earlier in May. So yeah, there's just a few things to update on that. So I'll mention those when it comes time. But let's start at the very beginning. Well, on the second anyway. I don't think any art was made on the first, at least when I look back. So you're probably very familiar with the sketchbook by now. This is a Talents Art Creation, the A5 size stickers. This is one of mine. This is Tink Illustration, Sophie McPike, Tink Illustration, Intergalactic Peach Patrol, cute sticker my niece gave me, Sophie McPike washi tape, Sophie, Peachy, Intergalactic Peach Patrol. Peachy, remind me to talk to you about this strawberry. I might want to get a tattoo. Right, so on the 2nd of May, I did some loose ink, a loose ink sketch here based on a photo that I took in the morning. Just a little black and white, something or other. And this was before, as I was waiting for Sophie McPike's, speaking of Sophie, art hang over on her Discord channel that she does with her patrons through Patreon every so often. And during that session, we did some screen caps of the movie The Last Unicorn. So I have not seen this movie, and I should watch it because it looks really cute, but I hear it's very sad. But the animation looks beautiful, so animation illustration looks beautiful. So I will watch it. There's she sent a link to YouTube. Yeah, so that was the second. And on the 3rd, I had a surprise Facebook Messenger call from my niece, who is 7, and she was doing this funny filter over her face. It was a cat, and when she opened her mouth, it would vomit out fish skeletons. This is a bad picture that I drew of her, a silly one of me. It was fun. It was fun having a surprise chat. And then she continued to call me every couple of days or whatever, just to like check in and say hi. It's so cute. Very cute. On the 4th, we'll flip to this sketchbook. This is a Strathmore mixed media sketchbook. I think it is the 500 series. I've been working on this guy for a while, so it's gonna be a little bit before I finish it, but there's not much more to go. Tink Illustration, me, Intergalactic Peach Patrol, Sophie McPike. Yeah, so on the 4th, I got a bottle of Noodler's ink in the color Zhivago. I don't know how to say that, but I just did a quick pen. I filled it up. I had the ink before. What happened was I got a new converter for my Sailor Fude fountain pen, so that I can just refill it instead of using the cartridges that you have to buy. Plus, this is a bulletproof ink, and it's a really beautiful green color when you dilute it with water. Otherwise, it just looks black. So it's a pretty magical color. I love it. I use it in my Kaweco fountain pen too, just for my general writing and stuff like that. So yeah, just a quick little sketch. That's the only thing in that sketchbook, so we'll put that we'll put that aside. And then the 4th also was art hang party day. um, this week we did vacation photos. So these are all photos from my past vacations. So we started in Cuba. And I just used, I prepared the backgrounds with some watercolor washes, and then I used Pentel Pocket Brush Pen over top. California. I think these were all 2 minutes. All 2-minute sketches. Paris. Jamaica. Tokyo. I really like how this style came out. Hong Kong. Mexico. And that is that. So that was the 4th, yes. On the 6th, we took the afternoon off and went to go sit at the Music Garden Park, which is just outside our front door a little bit. It's like literally a 5-minute walk there, if even that. So here I used some gouache, color pencil, Neocolor 2s, obviously very loose, but I like it. I like this. And then I tried an urban sketch style painting. So I put I did the ink first, and then I added watercolor and kind of gave up because, as it says here, I forgot how to urban sketch. But anyway, always nice when we sit outside. Also on the 6th, you'll recognize that as one of my stickers. This is a Moleskine, it's just a blank page book. I got it for my birthday last year, I think, from my friend. And it's been sitting. I barely use it. So I decided, because I was having fun with the washes of watercolor. This is acrylic ink, and I was inspired by Onmar Wynn's video where she had that happy accident of Posca, bright red Posca paint marker spilling inside of her brand new sketchbook. I was inspired by that. So using my Sailor Fude fountain pen, I did this blind single line contour drawing of our living room, or a portion of our living room. That's our light coffee table here, the part of the couch, above the couch, pictures, paintings, things like that. Yeah, and so I think from this day forward, we will look at this every day. That was the 6th. 10, 11, 10. Oh, okay, let's rewind. Rewind to the 5th. So on the 5th, you would have seen, or you can watch, the process of this oil pastel painting come together. This is from a photo from my family camping trip last year in Kincardine, Ontario. Just a really nice, lush farmland with the big, beautiful willow tree. I love this painting. Is the oil pastel a painting? A drawing? Whatever it is. Yeah, I will live inside of here. And this is why I say oil pastel is my favorite medium to use, even though I don't use it enough. It's just so juicy, so expressive. I feel I'm at my best when I use oil pastel. So that was the 5th. We went back a day. Then there was the 9th. There's some days missing. Oh no, let's go here. All right. So this is when I decided to start a very silly self-portrait project. Starting on my birthday. So for the whole entire of this year, birthday to birthday, I will do a blind contour self-portrait drawing. Blind contour is where you don't look down at your page and you only look at your reference. And single line is obviously when you don't take the pen off the paper. So yeah, get ready for a lot of these. So, and then every day I draw another blind contour drawing of something relevant to the day, usually something that's in front of me. So this was my free Starbucks birthday beverage, which I got this strawberry matcha latte. It was okay. It was okay. On the 8th, I think, I don't know. Anyway, another self-portrait and some flowers that a friend gave me for my birthday. On the 9th, we went out for another friend's birthday. That's not true. We did that later. But on the 9th, I painted something for my friend for his birthday, which I will pop up over top of here. What did I do? What did I use? You'll see. You'll see. We'll see. I'll be reminded of what I did. But this is me. This is a portrait of Ray. Right. 9, 10. Me. My new Sennelier watercolors. All right. And then on the 11th was... Oh, okay. On the 10th. I have these right in front of me. What the heck? All right. On the 10th, we went back to the music garden. We met up with a friend and just had a nice little sit down with her in the evening at the park. And I painted, this is just actually Neocolor 2. So I scribbled this tree. I don't think it's a cherry blossom, but it's, similar vibes. Similar vibes. So yeah, that was that. And then the next day on the 11th was Art Hang Party Day, and this week's theme was hands. Should be called Hands Are Hard. I started using oil pastel. Yeah. Very abstract. Single line contour drawings as well. Blind. And then not these ones I was looking. And obviously everything's getting smushed because it's oil pastel and there's nothing between. And I wasn't feeling it, so then I switched to color pencil. And we're still at 1 minute here. I thought that ring was really cute. And then I found when I did the more like angular, rectangular fingers, then they turned out a lot better instead of trying to get all the individual lines and curves and things. Block hands. These might be 2 minutes now. Mixing in some oil pastel there. Yeah. It was a challenge. I encourage you to go back and follow along this week if you haven't already. It's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. All right, I'll leave that open there. Come back here to the 11th. I'm going to have the 11th over here. Okay, anyway, my self-portrait for the 11th, and then, because we just looked at the 11th, duh. And then my hand blind contour drawing as an ode to Art Hang Party. I think this one, my hair is really, really cute here, and my eye is floating in space. These are some sketches just in the middle of my sketchbook from my nieces. Big Melanie Martinez fan and my one niece. The 12th, self-portrait and my morning coffee. So I did this one in the morning, which is unusual for me. I'm not usually sketching in the morning very much. We did some plein air painting on the 12th though. So we went across the street to the park. Blessed in our neighborhood with so many parks. This is at Little Norway Park. So I used watercolor, my new Sennelier watercolor set. And this is when I realized I forgot how to plein air paint. I forgot how to paint outside, but that's okay. That's okay. I needed a refresher. On the 13th, we headed back outside to the park to the other way of our front door, about a 5-minute walk, to Coronation Park. Here I use gouache and then added in color pencil and Neocolor 2s on top. And I think this is more along the lines of what I see in my head when I think about how I want to paint outside. And then here's my self-portrait for the day. I think I forgot to do my hair. Maybe I had a ponytail. I don't know. And then this is our dog, Simon. I think these are so funny. I love them. Another self-portrait and some trees, believe it or not. So I have been watching a tutorial on how to paint trees using watercolor. Maybe I'll see if I can find it to link it below. But yeah, his technique for trees was really, really good. Very loose, very kind of abstract, but very, very effective. So this is just an imagined landscape that I made from my head. It's the 14th. And then I also painted this from a photo that my uncle posted on Facebook. I think it mentioned something about my grandma's garden, but it doesn't look like it should be my grandma's garden, so I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. Anyway, I called it Grandma in the Garden. She was there, bent over. I think maybe like tilling season. Anyway, can never get enough of Grandma's garden, even if it didn't immediately look like her garden to me. My May 15th self-portrait, and I tried to get my cat knit, but she's always moving, so hard. All right, the 16th self-portrait, and this is a little cheetah figure vase type thing that I made. Doesn't look like anything. On the 16th, we went back outside to the Toronto Music Garden. The weather is really starting to get really nice here. In fact, it was like 30 degrees today, is 30 degrees today, so hot. But this was nice. This was probably 20. I used watercolor and then went in with pencils and Neocolor 2s. This I don't love, but it's getting there. Another thing on the 16th. What do we do? Oh yes. All right. Let's talk some new art supplies. So I got some Daler Rowney fluorescent acrylic inks in this fluorescent yellow and fluorescent pink. They are blinding. They are blinding. Yeah, I think it's coming across pretty close, but I'm sure you're familiar with them. So I used the pink as the base for this one, and I painted it off of a photo I took when we were walking back from the music garden. And I also got this, what is this? It's a flat Midas touch travel brush, and I got it from Jackson's Art Supply. It's a UK art store, but I have never seen, or I haven't found one flat brush for plein air painting travel brush, aside from like a Skoda, which I am not paying $100 unless anybody wants to sponsor me. Yeah, but this brush is really nice, so I use that here, and this is gouache and color pencil Neocolor 2s on top of the acrylic ink, which is why it's still glowing, because I didn't lay the gouache on heavy, but that's okay. It was 16. 17. The yellow, fluorescent yellow background here with watercolor on top, and just really loose landscapes. Just based on, this is a Pinterest landscape, and this is a landscape from my friend Grizzly Meadows, just on her Instagram. That I used. I love it. I love like this. I think this is really nice. I may be alone in that, but I like it. Self-portrait, obviously. And this is Ray's camera. Big Canon camera with the big lens on it. The 18th, which leads us to trees, which means it was Art Hang Party Day, where we drew our favorite trees. So we had a bunch of people, Art Hang Party members, community folks, sent in some of their favorite trees. So we did all 2-minute drawings of trees, and I used Neocolor 2s. Some turned out better than others. That's okay. Art Hang Party is just for fun. And you can again go back on my channel under the live tab and follow along on this. Okay. That is that. That was the 18th. 19th. That's a basketball and jersey. There's probably some sort of Celtics game flopping somewhere. 20th. So this is the blind contour single line drawing. Sorry. And then this is one where it was a blind contour, but I was using my finger to follow, like, outline on my face while drawing with my right hand. So my left hand was following the contours of my face, and my right hand was following what my left hand was doing. So it's very fun. Very fun. And the 21st. I think they're so funny. My bagel and banana for breakfast. I don't know if you can see that. And then also, oh, here we have something on the 20th before we get there. Oh, this is hardly even worth mentioning. Just a quick sketch. I really didn't feel like being creative. But this is what I did. And then I think that on the 20th actually is when I decided to tackle a commission request that I had from a friend for a friend. And it was of a portrait of the friend's wife and child. So I'll pop the final piece up here, but here we also had it printed on a t-shirt. So and this just came in today. I did it in watercolor, which I've never done a portrait in watercolor before, but I think it turned out really sweet. Yes, she's okay. She just had a fever. She's all good. So that is that. He was very happy. Both of them, very happy. What day are we here? 21st. Some very loose watercolor. Probably, yes, just based on Pinterest photos. And using my my new travel pen. And then also on the 22nd, we did some plein air painting. So further than the last piece, we went to Trillium Park, which is a 7-minute walk, just on the other side of Coronation Park, and had a seat. It was really busy that day. It was chilly, but the park was busy, and it was the May 24 long weekend. And yeah, I literally forget how to plein air paint. So I was not happy with these. I think if I went in with like color pencil and added details, maybe it would be better. But I think my problem is I'm rushing too much when we're out sitting, and I'm feeling responsible for the comfort of Ray and, Simon not eating grass and just feeling a little bit of pressure that I wasn't feeling last year. And it's all me. Like, they're totally fine. Everybody's fine. So I just need to slow down, I think. Remind myself. Nobody's in a rush when we're sitting outside. So also on the 22nd, Intergalactic Peach Patrol released a video on her Patreon. I am a patron of hers, and she talked about her blind contour drawings, and how she approaches them. So I was halfway through that video when I was like, why am I not drawing along to this? People draw along to me all the time, art hang party. So I rewound the video, got my sketchbook out, got my pen out, and followed along with her, doing the blind contours. So very, very fun. And then my self-portrait that day, which looks like a muscle dude. And trying to do the cat again, but she keeps moving. And also some people for my 100 people painting project, which is a drawing project. So I just used my brush pen and then some of these inks for the colors. They're okay. These are all Lucy and Yak outfits, just from Pinterest. On the 23rd, we had an art disco, which is where Ray plays house music and then I do a painting alongside of it. So this is one from Hong Kong, Tayo Fishing Village, from one of our travel photos. I used the yellow, fluorescent yellow ink mixed in with some white gesso as the background for this. So it came out like this really kind of muted buttery color, which was a nice background for this. So I let that shine through as highlights on the water. And then, because this was done and Ray wasn't done playing, I just did a really loose, sketchy one using pencils and Neocolor 2s, also of the fishing village. So these are the houses that sit above the water, up on stilts. And do some portraits. This is a sketchbook. This might be one of my better portraits so far. On the 24th, I got some new shiny inks, which I will show you now. Actually, let's look at these first. Oh, yes, okay. So let's actually, okay. One of the other things that I got was this, I think it's a Holbein, I want to say, just a plastic palette that opens up, which I've really been liking using for gouache. So I just keep re-wetting it. Eventually I'll clean it, but I'm using these with my new Holbein gouache that I got. Yeah, I like it. I wish it was ceramic, but it does the job. And then I ordered these on Amazon because my inks that I got with my glass dip pen last year have run out. They're upside down. So I got this set, and the bottles are actually pretty big, and they have shimmer, like gold shimmer in them, which I like using for portraits and things. And I'll show you what I painted with this. Also, but yeah, I was really impressed. This was like $30 for all of these inks. Crazy. So this page here is just me swatching them all out. I don't know if you can see, like a very subtle shimmer on the paper. And then I just opened up Map Crunch and did some quick landscapes with them. But these, like, next time we do landscapes for Art Hang Party, I'm gonna do that way. That was, what did we say? That was the 24th. I think we were outside again. Look at that. This is at the park across the street from us, Little Norway Park. And I think these are much better. I know it's all the same shade of green, but I'm a lot more happy with this painting than with my last couple that I did. And intentionally slowed down, sketched everything out beforehand, and like planned the painting before painting, and then took my time painting. So, lesson learned. That is it for that sketchbook. 25. Art hang party day. What do we do? We did gardenscapes. So I used pencils in Neocolor 2. No, I just used colored pencils actually. Yeah, I just used my original color palette of color pencils. And we did the progressively longer time. So we started with 2 minutes, and then I lied. There's Neocolors in here. 5 minutes. My memory is so bad. 5 minutes. 7 minutes. 10 minutes. Yeah. And that is that book. 26. When I was doing this portrait of myself, I was watching a Debbie Draws Funny video. So this is Debbie Draws Funny. Check her out. I also, so speaking of the inks, did a portrait for our friend Roger, who came to visit us for the weekend. So I wanted to, I don't know, I thought it would be fun to do this portrait of him, which I really like this style, and I think more DJs should request me to draw them, paint them, do a portrait of them like that. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Me and Simon. I think this is another successful portrait, self-portrait. Not feeling it this day. These are just some quick ink doodles from live cams. So yeah, using water brush pen and blue acrylic ink. The 28th. This is our friend Roger. You're looking at him from behind, and that's supposed to be a head or something. Playing on Ray's CDJs. So this weekend, the 27, 28, 29, Ray had a bunch of gigs. He's a DJ. And so the 27th was the Friday where... Was it the Friday? It doesn't matter. The 27th was Saturday. So the 27th, he opened up for DJ Spen, who is a really big DJ who's been around for like 40 years, house music DJ. He was actually part of the crew that wrote the Milli Vanilli, covered the song "Girl, You Know It's True." Ooh, ooh, ooh. So he's like a big deal. So Ray opened for him, which was really cool. And then on Sunday he had another. He's got a regular Sunday gig too, which our friend Roger, our friend DJ Strobe, and a few others came and played there too. And then DJ Spen actually ended up hanging out there for the night with them. So like big weekend. Not a lot of art made, but a big weekend. So fun. This was the 29th. This is a hat that Mike Freak, who was also there on Saturday, traded Ray an Art Disco hat for one of his hats. So that's cool. I skipped a page. Didn't mean to. My portrait for the 30th, which I actually forgot to do on the 30th. So I did it on the 31st. My coffee mug. Yeah, we're getting to the end of the month. And the 31st, me and Simon. So, I skipped some pages. We'll go back to that. On the 29th, I did some flower studies of, these are old botanical illustrations from a book from like the 1800s or something like that. So I have I found a reference website that has scans of old books, and so these are just some flowers from that. And then we, on the 31st, took the day off and went over to Toronto Island, which is, you know, outside the front door, like everything else. I made a little vlog of it, which you can watch here. It's very cute, very short. I also made a Instagram reel, about half the length of the YouTube video. But yeah, these are, I just used Neocolor 2s, and I used actually an Inktense pencil as like the line work, but I mean primarily Neocolor 2s. Yeah, so that is Simon. And then it was Art Disco Day as well, where I painted this, pardon the plastic. This is from a friend. So she sent me some pictures that she took over the weekend of her walk through James Gardens, which is in Etobicoke, so not outside her front door, but it used to be outside my front door when I lived over there. So it was really nice to be reminded of that area, and it's just so nice and green. I used gouache, color pencil, Neocolor 2s, but look at those little geese. I'm so happy with how they came out. But yes, I have this wrapped up because I am gifting this to Rosanna, so I need to get some sort of board behind it. But yeah, that is my month of May. I showed you all of my extra art materials, I think. I showed you everything that I made. Do I have a favorite from this month? Might be these here. Very possibly those. Or this. No, come on now. Come on. It's this. It's this. I think I made this I'm pretty sure I made that in May. If you saw this last month. Yeah, that's me. Forgetful. Anyway, I would love to know how your month of May was, what you're excited for in the month of June. I'm excited for more painting outdoors, feeling better about painting outdoors, not putting so much pressure on myself about painting outdoors. And yeah, if you have a favorite of my artworks, I would also love to hear that. But in saying that, I think that is the end of this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.